All right. Oh, all right, I'm here. Bro, I'm like 10 minutes late, man. I'm not even 10 minutes late. Maybe I'm like 10 minutes late. That's all right. Sorry. Bro, it's my Thanksgiving break. You know? What's up, Anthony, Zeb, Jay, Pawn? What's up, guys? All right, we're here. I haven't even looked at the market yet this morning, though, so hold on. Hopefully you guys had a good break. We're back to market stuff. Market's slightly down today. If we look at the SPY here, let me pull the SPY up. Here we go. Bro, I've had acid reflux for like a week now. My nose is completely stopped up. I'm trying to get off of using Afrin because if you don't know, like Afrin will clear your nose, but like your nose becomes dependent on it. And so like acid reflux clogs my sinuses, believe it or not. It's acid reflux. It clogs my sinuses. And so my nose is all stopped up. Don't judge me. All right. Again, market is on a market is on a 4-week win streak right now. 4 weeks. The market has closed green. It's been a historic market run really over the last 4 weeks. Will it continue this week? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what Nvidia is going to do. All right, we're going to do a poll here. Does the 4-week market green streak continue this week? Vote on the poll. Yes or no? Vote. We appreciate it. Yeah, I've tried omeprazole. The problem with the omeprazole is that it's really bad for you. I think it's bad for you. I don't know. I might be wrong. I don't use omeprazole. I used to use it. It never really worked. It kind of made my stomach hurt more. And I don't like most of my stomach stuff has gone away. The only time it comes back, like we ordered Domino's pizza. If I eat Domino's pizza, my acid reflux comes back with a vengeance. And so I ate pizza Wednesday and then it came back. Yeah, so again, market's slightly down, not a huge market was so flat. I'm so glad I didn't continue to trade on Wednesday. You know, market was so flat and boring, it just didn't do anything on Wednesday. So it looks like it was a good move. I didn't trade on Friday. Oh, we did stream on Friday. Yeah, that's what I mean. So market was flat last couple days in a row. Honestly, though, I wonder if there's some good like trading strategies based around those days before holidays. Because again, okay, look at the SPY. You know, I wonder if you could build a trading strategy around this right here. Like, look how choppy this was. I wonder if you could build a legit trading strategy. Like, you could just literally sell towards the top and then cover towards the bottom down here. You know, I wonder if that would work on choppy days. Like you just wait for a day before a holiday or a day after a holiday, a day when we know the market volatility is not going to be incredibly strong, and then you attack choppy strategies. So you short at the top of the range and cover towards the bottom and just rinse and repeat that. You know, same thing the day before. Like here was a larger range, but same example of the same thing. You know, big range, you know, but sideways nonetheless. And this was the 22nd, so Wednesday. We've all been sick here. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, we haven't been sick here. Nobody's really been, you know, nobody's really been sick here. So hopefully it doesn't continue. It's been cold outside, though. Nvidia going up or down today. I see Nvidia's down a little bit, but like Nvidia's been on its historic run as well. Like the pullbacks in Nvidia are very slight relative to what it's done. If I look at a daily chart as an example, you know, Nvidia, let's clear out all these levels because the big levels realistically are going to be $500 and then previous highs and lows, right? So we can look at this. we're pretty close to the highs of Nvidia. Like these little pullbacks of the last 2 or 3 days aren't the end of the world, in my opinion. You know, Q is pretty much flat today, and so we'll see if we get some good stuff. It's actually a pretty busy week economic data wise. Like we actually have a pretty good bit of economic reports coming out this week. Starting off today with new home sales, although today's not going to be the big one at all. Tomorrow is when the big one actually starts with CB consumer confidence at 10. We got the Case-Shiller house price index at 9. We got Fed members speaking this week, specifically tomorrow, and then Wednesday we have GDP data. Yeah, I think it's Wednesday's GDP. Thursday is PCE data. For whatever reason, it's not Friday. I don't know why it's not Friday. All right, so yeah, I get okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, Thursday is PCE data. So PCE data is big. It's personal consumption expenditure data. It's a very relevant report. So Thursday, jobless claims, PCE. Wednesday, GDP data. Friday, we have Powell speaking at 11 a.m. as well as we have PMI data coming out. So we have ISM manufacturing PMI. So just a lot of stuff going on this week. Every day is busy except for today, really. Today's probably the slowest day. And that's all right. We're still going to try to stream. 64% say yes, the market green streak continues. Yeah, so I made this post about AMC. It's still freaking true, man. Amazon looks good today. Amazon right around highs of the year, which is right around 150, 147.70s technically. Amazon at 147.90s. Oh, so we're over the highs of the year. Amazon just broke the highs of the year this morning. All right, so we are over the highs of the year. So again, look at the previous high of the year up here at 147.74. If we look at the intraday chart and pre-market, we're over that. We're at 147.84, 85. So we broke it. The previous level was here. We broke that this morning for Amazon. So again, we'll see if we get a Santa rally this year. Santa rallies are generally what people talk about a lot because Nvidia seems like it's going down again when you look at the chart and how it behaved. Maybe. I mean, it could. I don't think anything Nvidia is doing right now indicates a pullback. I mean, anything. Okay, let me rephrase that. Anything could happen, but I don't know if we know what's going to happen here. I think Nvidia is up a lot. And I think something that you see a lot in these instances is a move like this where we get a big bounce, we get a small pullback, and then we get a continuation of that previous big bounce. I think that's very common in markets. Maybe this doesn't happen. I'm not saying this doesn't happen. What I'm saying is like acting like Nvidia is just going to come all the way back down. I don't know if I don't see any technical justification for that. Maybe it does, but I don't see any technical justification for it. Amazon just surpassed UPS and FedEx and package deliveries. I believe that. I've seen a lot of Amazon packages lately. My Saints lost yesterday. There seems to be a visible muster, if that's English. I mean, it's all good, brother, as long as you're respectful about your predictions. Maybe. I mean, again, I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is that I think like highs are kind of like magnets is the best way to put it, right? And so I think a lot of the time when we test highs like this and we pull back small, stocks and other securities tend to want to retest it short term. Now it's not always like that. Of course, it varies. Not, you know, anything can happen, but stocks tend to want to retest highs if they can. Again, it doesn't mean it's absolutely going to happen. We don't know. Doug Polk is making political bets on Twitter. But one of his bets is like, I don't want to talk about politics too much. And again, I'm not taking a stance on them. Like, I don't care about politics at all. But like, I wonder if there's any edge in betting on them. I guess if you got a big enough of a community as Polk, you could probably find somebody willing to take some dumb bets, you know? Hey, well, good luck, G-Force. 3-day rule with Nvidia is 3 business days since the earnings release. We should get a bounce sometime today or tomorrow. Yeah, but we already got a pretty large bounce, though, you know? So, I mean... All right, so Cybertruck delivery event is going to be coming out on Thursday as well. Thursday's already a pretty busy day. All right, guys. So again, I'm looking at markets right now. SPY is down slightly. It's basically a flat day today. I mean, we're down a little bit in pre-market and extended hours, but the last few days have been basically complete chop. Nothing really going on. Nothing really moving here. Is today Cyber Monday? Oh, dude, I don't even know. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let me try not to dox my DMs here. There we go. I forgot today was Cyber Monday. Your thoughts on Boyle, please? I have no idea what Boyle's going to do. What is Boyle? Natty gas or oil? It's oil. Is it short oil? What is Boyle? Pressure's Ultra Bloomberg Natty gas. So it isn't oil. It's natty gas. I just don't trade natty gas that much. It looks like a depreciating ETF as well. So like, what I mean by that is one in which it depreciates over time and has time decay factored in. And I'm just not really trying to mess with that. Yeah. So. All right. So the S&P 500 up 19% this year. The Magnificent Seven stocks up 71%. 71%. Who do you think missed out on these gains? Retail traders predicting a stock market crash a year ago. Who you think they're going to be mad at? Me. They're going to find a way to blame me for it. All right. All right, guys. Amazon long today. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if the 4-week green streak continues today, guys. Again, y'all slap that like button. We got 29 likes. We got to break 100 if we can. We got some votes on our polls. All right, we're probably going to be trading live today as well, if we can. All right, we're also going to be trading on Top Step X today. I don't really want to trade the Dow. Let's check the NASDAQ out. NASDAQ 5-minute chart. Let's look at a 1-minute chart. All right, so again, you can kind of see we're already pretty up on this account here. I'm going to buy this little dip. Oh, I didn't get filled. I got to mark it in. Damn. A little late on it now, but that's all right. All right, we're down 45. That's a big turnaround, man. Wow. I could add to it. I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to cut that. That's too big of a pullback. It might actually bounce right back, but I'll take the little $40, $50 loss. Okay, got you. Amazon launched a new incentive program for the warehouse workers, $10 more an hour. That's great. Hey, that is great. Good for them. You know, nice. Right, NASDAQ's pulling back a little bit short term, but I think it wants to break highs up there. Again, Nvidia just went green on the day. It's starting to ride back up. It's a little bit early in pre-market here, but that's all right. All right, so again, look at Nvidia. Watch Nvidia. Nvidia just crossed over the previous close, went technically green on the day right now, guys. Technically green on the day for Nvidia. Still trying to ride up. $25 an hour. I mean, $25 an hour is not bad pay right now. I mean, You know, I mean, I get it. People might not like it and want more, but you know. All right, so we're scalping the NASDAQ here. We're up 25. We already taken half of the position off. There we go. 45. We're just going to go ahead and cut that. So now we're technically green on the day. We made back our money plus a little bit more. We're now technically green on the day. Kind of scalping this. Yeah, but it's 2K a month part-time, which is pretty solid, you know. Like 2K a month part-time is not bad. You know, it's roughly 50K a year. I mean, I think that's good money. You know, the average income in the US is like 40 something thousand. Let me see. Oh, it's 31,000. So I mean, yeah, that's significantly over the average income. You know what I mean? Like, you got to think about it. Like, even if, okay, so put that into perspective, right? Working part-time, they're making about the average income. Again, people have like a resentment towards businesses, and like, I understand, but I don't think it's I don't think it's going to bring people to a better spot. You know, like, I don't think you can resent business. I think you have to understand and understand capitalism and just kind of respect it and understand it is what it is. You know. Saints lost. Not happy about it, but that's all right. I make 3 to 5K part-time with DoorDash, and then do your thing, brother. I'm not mad at that. Like, again, make your money, man. You know, like, really, like, I'm not against that. Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. You know, I feel the same way. All right, so we had another little trade. We're up about $30. I guess the market liquidity is still pretty low. All right, so NASDAQ's still pushing up here. We ended up buying the dip. The reason we took some trades this morning, we bought the dip. The NASDAQ right at 16K. And so I think 16K just makes sense. Do we even have any earnings today? We got a larger pullback here on Nvidia, but Nvidia's still over. I think we have Salesforce and CRM this week. Nothing really this morning, though. Earnings season is basically going to be quiet for the next few months. Yeah, y'all bump that like button if you haven't already. We appreciate it. Okay, so NASDAQ consistently pulling back a little bit. All right, so NASDAQ completely flat. We'll see if we bounce or what happens here in the NASI. Intel did great on Friday. Yeah, I haven't really checked. Who's Sam? Who's that? I'm not sure who that is. You know, we got 4380s for Intel. Intel's actually done really nice, to be honest. So Intel's done great. Pushed up a lot. Q flagging a little bit, but any thoughts on Amazon? Yeah, Amazon broke the yearly highs this morning. Tapped 148s basically. Didn't quite get up there, I think, but it's close to 148s. Yeah, y'all just be careful today, guys. We had Black Friday. Now we have Cyber Monday. Yeah, so rate hikes over the last few years are going to start testing banks. Oh, yeah, I don't know who that is. Wonder if inflation is taken into account in this 9.8% increase in Black Friday retail sales number. Did retail sales come out? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so we're just kind of sitting tight here, taking. We took a couple trades already. The market's kind of flat, in all honesty. Like what's weird is like I'm trading the NASDAQ 100, and then I'm looking at the Q, and like it's such a difference in volatility right now. The Q just has no volatility. Where if you trade the NASDAQ 100, you get some volatile movements, but. There we go. All right. Do you have a favorite stock? Not really. Like not one in which I have like my favorite anything really. Like I just find whatever's valuable. Stock wise, especially. Like I just look at whatever's valuable. You know. All right, Q starting to turn down a little bit. Black Friday brought in a record 9.8 billion in online sales in the US, up 7.5% compared to last year. So that's pretty good. You know. We got over 200 people here. We got less than 50 likes, though. Y'all can do better than that. Come on now. How dare you guys? It could be a slow day today. I mean, we just don't have much going on. Nvidia has become the most valuable stock. I mean, I think it's the most influential stock over the market right now. That's something that's been very noticeable. Nvidia has been, one of the most influential stocks in the market right now. Now it varies, but this year especially, it's certainly been the stock that caused the biggest move in the market for sure. Like the whole reason the market's up this year is mostly because Nvidia had its crazy historic run. Now that mixed with the other Mag 7 stocks, with Microsoft mostly doing really well this year as well. Microsoft flying up, Microsoft up to 370s from 312s right now. So Microsoft just killing it this year also has helped the entire market fly up. Yeah, a lot of people saying Twitter's going bye-bye. A lot of big companies stopped promoting on it, including Visa, Etsy, Adobe, Android, Doge, Lady Gaga. Dogecoin? What? No, dude. Did Dogecoin really stop? Dogecoin still posts. They just don't post that much. Man, where'd it go? Dang, man, I lost the post. There it is. Etsy, Adobe, MasterCard, McDonald's. Yeah, I mean, I thought Elon's bad move, bro, was being too political, dude. I think it was very obvious that like he was too political. I don't think you can be that political. I think if you run a big business, especially like a social media platform, I think you have to think about like, and again, you guys know me, I'm very neutral politically. I don't really care about politics like that. But I think if you're Elon, you have to be neutral. Like if you run something in which you got so many people using, you got to be neutral. You can't just kind of take one side and then get mad when people leave your site. I don't think that makes, Man, SPY's only like 2% from the all-time high. No, that's wrong. The all-time high on the SPY is 480s. We're at 450s right now. I mean, we're pretty far away from, we're definitely not 2%. I think your math is off, bro. And let me calculate it. All right, so wait, 450. We're at we're basically at 454 right now. 454 to 480 is $26. Maybe my math is off. No, we're like 6% away from all-time highs. It's like 6%, 5.5%. That's what I'm saying. Like 2%, bro. Where'd you get 2% at, dude? How'd you calculate that, dude? All right. 1% from the year high. Yeah. Maybe that's probably closer. You don't have to be neutral. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's true. But like, I think you don't have to be. I think there's some truth to that post, but I also think that you're safer being neutral. You know? And I think if you run a social media platform, you certainly can't. Like, again, I think he misses out on some of the social nuances that other people see. And I think there's risks. I mean, luckily he's got freaking Tesla, which is a huge money making machine. But I think that even with that, it's still very risky. Like I'm assuming he ended up buying this because he can advertise the Cybertruck, right? But all right, so again, we got a little dip on the NASDAQ here. SPY still churning up at 455. Again, y'all bump that like button if you haven't already, team. We appreciate it. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's exactly right. If you're going to run a business, you have to understand that half your customers have one or probably swing to one side, half your customers probably swing to the other. And so if you ostracize half of your business out of like politics, you know, it just seems like a bad business decision. And this is what I was saying. Like, I always make fun of myself and say, hey, I was wildly wrong. I thought Tesla was sketchy at $100, right? The reason I thought it was sketchy is because this was right when he was saying all the crazy stuff, right? So in that regard, you know, I thought there was risk. Now, in hindsight, I don't think it's going to affect Tesla as much because I think Teslas are just objectively cool, and you know, but I think it's created a bunch of enemies who want Tesla to fail at this point in time because of political bias. But I think with social media specifically, I think it's much more risky. This can't be like a serious post. Oh, hey, how you doing? You're up early. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, Carol had me move some stuff around. Yeah, so again, we're right at 16K. It's definitely not trash day today. What's a highly volatile stock? Yeah, I mean, on both platforms. So in the futures market, I can day trade futures with no PDT rule, as well as on TOS, I can day trade stocks and pre-market with no. There's the PDT rule, but on TOS, but trade futures, bro. In the futures market, you can trade. There's no PDT rule. Again, I'm sponsored by Top Step, of course, so like I'm biased. But the futures market's dope, man. It's really useful. If you look at, as an example, if you look at like, let's try this one. If you look at the Q right now, basically the Q is one of the most watched stocks. The Q moves very similarly to like Nvidia, Amazon, Apple, like they all move very similar to each other. The reason the Q works is because it moves very similar to large cap stocks, but there's no PDT rule. So like you can day trade short, all that good stuff, no PDT restrictions. And if you pass the test, Top Step funds you a good amount. So like I can basically day trade the same price action as the Q, which is this right here. It actually has better liquidity in futures, but there's no PDT rule. So I can day trade short, I can buy market, sell market, buy bid, sell the ass, just like stocks, but there's no PDT rule. I might actually buy this dip, one contract right here. So we're in the NASDAQ. I think we might bounce at the VWAP. Again, I'm not telling you to buy it. I have no idea what's going to happen here. In other stock market news today, hold on. Looking at the journal. Stock index futures are down slightly. Treasuries were basically unchanged. The Asian markets stocks are down a little bit. Oil prices are pulling back still. So, I'm trying to attack this trend here early in pre. We're down 40 bucks. See if it works. All right, earnings season is basically ending soon. New home sales data comes out. Is it today for new home sales data? Oh yeah, it is today. So today we got new home sales data coming out. Salesforce and CRM are probably the biggest earnings releases this week. We've got personal consumption expenditure Thursday, as well as Powell Friday. A lot of different stuff. All right, so we're flat on this trade. So that is basically this week right now. Hey, what's up, Tony? Yeah, if you want to check out Top Step, again, they are a sponsor of mine. And so I'm definitely biased, of course, but like useful still. Check it out. There's the link. All right, so now we're green here. You can see we're actually up on this trade. We're slightly green. Now we're slightly red, but that's all right. See, I'm assuming that the Q is going to bounce at the VWAP here. We're basically just trading off of the Q price action. I'm assuming it's going to bounce at the VWAP and head up. We also have that 200 EMA below us, which is kind of another level that I'm paying attention to. But we're flat so far here. We'll see if we get anything good. Right, we got a little surge up. We're up 10 bucks. The first stage I always have with these funded programs is I build up a cushion first. What's up, Danny? All right, now we're red again. Give it some time. Yeah, oil is down a lot. Like I'm in Exxon and I've been in it, but it's down. The last 8-9 months for oil has been really rough. Like crude, it was at $130 on March 7th of 2022. So like the last year and a half has been really rough. You know, in the same period last year, on oil was at 93. It's at 74. Oil's down probably too much, man. It might be there might be a trade idea here where I start looking at buying oil. I could probably just use Exxon as an example, but Exxon has had a really good year though, you know. So like Exxon opened the year up at $30. Or no, I'm sorry, it's a weekly chart. So Exxon has been dropping since September. It might be time to buy this dip. See how that's a weekly chart. I wonder if there's a better oil play for me to take. All right, so again, you can kind of see we're down 20 bucks. We're kind of chopping back and forth. Now we're right back up. Now we're almost slightly green here. All right, now we are green. Wow. All right, so now we're up 15 bucks. I think I'm just going to let this run. I think the SPY or the Q right here is going to bounce at this VWAP level. That's what I'm betting on right now, is the SPY or the Q bouncing at the VWAP level. Q is also right at a pretty big support level, which is 16K. Hey, what's up, Beach Bum? No, it has nothing to do with electric cars. It has to do with the... It has to do with the conflict overseas getting resolved. All right, we just bought a little bit more of Exxon here on our trades. There we go. All right, so we're flat here still. I want to give this time. Honestly, I really like the Q bounce spot. Q right at 16K. Big support level, psychological level too. And so I think we might add to this a little bit too and play with this a little bit more. All right, so we just took 2 contracts here, the NASDAQ. A little bit early for this, but I don't mind taking the swing. Again, I'm basically betting on the Q right now, doing something like this. You know, like I want to see if the Q bounces. I have no idea if it will or not. You know, no idea if it will or not, but that's basically what I want, is for that to bounce. You know, we're right over the VWAP. That's the thesis right now. Let me know if you guys think it will. Will we bounce right now on the Q? I don't know. Yeah, so Nvidia fell 1.9% on Friday after Reuters reported Nvidia is going to delay the new launch of their AI chip for China. Yeah, so Nvidia pulled back a little bit on that news. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. All right, so we're now down 140 bucks here. So maybe our thesis on the bounce at the VWAP was wrong. The Q's right at it now, though, so this is our shot. All right, we're popping back up. I'm going to go ahead and take half of this off, and we're going to let the rest work. We're just going to cut half of that, protect the trade, make it a little bit more loose for us to trade a little bit more freely on it. I'm not trying to lose my butt super early, so we're going to limit our risk and cut a little bit off. So we can go green and then green. This can't be real. Bro, this can't be real. Look, I'm sorry, but like looking at the cheesy posts, people ask me about my success and I'm kind of lost for words. Them, why did you keep pushing? Me, I don't know. I never saw quitting as an option. Like, bro, how cheesy do we got to be here? Like, I'm not trying to hate, but like, you know, what are we in a Disney baseball movie right now? All right, so we're back to flat on the trade, so which means like with our exit, we're probably down $50. What's his name? Is it Mark Sosnoff? That Tasty Trade. I don't know him personally. I'm a fan of his. You know, is that his name? Sosnoff. Tom Sosnoff is his name. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of him. He basically Tom founded Tasty Trade, but before that, he's the one that created TOS. All right, so now we're now green. So he's the one that created TOS, right? Eventually, he sold it to TD Ameritrade for, I think it was like 400 million is what he sold it for, or something like that. And then eventually came out and founded. Tasty Trade. All right, so we're nicely green. We're up about $50 now. Again, I'm gonna let it ride. I thought we were gonna bounce at the VWAP. Maybe I should have, you know, I gotta use good risk management, team. I gotta use good risk management. What can I say? All right. I think I'm gonna let the bounce continue a little bit more. I think it's got a shot to continue a little bit more. Never give up. Yeah, I mean, I think I disagree. You know, listen to me, guys. Listen to me clearly. Okay, if you're the type of person that is addicted to gambling. All right, like let me just be real for a second. If you're the type of person that's addicted to gambling, in which you can't trade stocks reasonably, like you got to go big or go home or whatever cliched, like super risky saying there is. If you're that type of person in which you're constantly trying to just trade huge sums of money and you're losing, all right, and you don't know how to scale down, you don't know how to trade small, you don't know how to limit your risk, never giving up is not what you should do. You should give up. You should say, like, because to be honest, the reality of it is trading is just not for everybody. Like some people, it has nothing to do with intelligence. Some of it is, but like some of it has to do with whether you're able to manage money safely, right? Like if you're really bad at managing money and you get butterflies in your stomach and want to risk your whole account, you might not be a trader that's going to have long-term success. And in that regard, you want to just be smart and stop. Because for some people, if they weren't here in the stock market, they'd be putting it all on red and roulette at the casino. Like there's some people who are just not meant to do this. You have to manage money effectively. And that's a huge part of this. And again, if you're like a gambling addict, you shouldn't be trading. You should give up. I don't like definitive statements in anything, but especially like you hear some sayings, like some of the sayings that I disagree with are, you can do whatever you want to do if you just put your mind to it. No, you can't. No, you can't. Okay. Like you just can't. Like that's the most ridiculous saying ever. You just can't do that. You can't do whatever you want if you put your mind to it. There's some things that no matter how hard I try, bro, I'm not going to be playing in the NBA right now in my 30s, no matter how hard I try. All right. With that, there's certain things that I can't do. I get it. People want to romanticize everything, but like, I think At a certain point, you also got to just call a spade, you know. All right, we're probably going to cut it here. We're green now on the day, nicely green. That's nice. Right, like I get it. These sayings are in movies that you guys have watched growing up, and like I understand it, but there's some things that no matter how hard you try, you're just not gonna freaking do, and that's okay. You know, I tell my kids the same thing. Like I tell my kids, like, one of the things I've genuinely had this talk with my son, where I say, hey, look, man, you're gonna get older, and you're bound to hear people are going to tell you that you could do whatever you want to do if you just try, right? Nonsense. Total nonsense. Like, people are acting like we're in a Lifetime movie here. It's just not true, okay? Now, within reason, maybe, but like, you're not going to be able to do certain things in life, and that's okay. You know, nobody is able to do everything they want to do. And so, I don't know. I think you got to just be reasonable with it. GDP will be around 6% of sales, do 45% of GDP. Maybe. Oh, no, I don't think you should give up on your dreams. I mean, I think within reason. I think you got to make a calculated decision there on whether you should give up on your dreams or not at a certain point in time. And I think that's perfectly reasonable. And I think if you don't, you know, it's a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, you might have dreams of playing in the NBA, you know, just an example. You might have dreams of playing in the NBA. Once you hit 30, you know what I mean? Like, your dreams of playing in the NBA are virtually gone. You know, if you keep pushing for that dream of playing in the NBA, like, you're going to waste your whole life doing something that's virtually impossible. You know, I'm not saying that somebody somewhere couldn't do it, but what I'm saying is the likelihood of you doing it is infinitesimally low. You know what I mean? Same thing. Like, I see it a lot with rappers. Like, I'm from Baton Rouge, and so I know a bunch of different guys right now, like, that I grew up with, that are trying to be like musicians and rappers right now. The problem, though, is like they're over 30. They're well into their 30s, right? Like, what they think is cool isn't cool anymore. You know what I mean? Like, what was cool when they were young is not cool anymore. And so if they keep on pushing, trying to do this dream of being a rapper, and at 30 plus, it's like, bro, you're late. Like, you know, like, your time to do that was 10 years ago, dude. 15 years ago. Like, at this point in time, you know, you might want to give up on that dream because you're just kind of wasting your time, you know, and you look ridiculous. You know what I mean? So I think once you hit a certain point, you got to give up your dreams. Within reason. Now, you want to be a trader, sure, keep doing it. Or you want to be something else, you know, you want to be a doctor, freaking go get your, you know, become a doctor. I'm for that. I'm okay with that. You know, I don't think you should give up on dreams like that, but I think it needs to be within reason. I think Nvidia will go to 490 today. Maybe. I hope it does. You know, generally, if Nvidia, and look at it, we did get that bounce at the VWAP, guys. So I hope you guys saw that. We did get that pop at the volume weighted average price. We did bounce there, so that's nice to see. I was down to $80 at the end of 22, and you see I'm up 1,000 with less drawdown. Hey, good job, Justin. Keep doing it, brother. I hope you make some money, man. I hope so. I mean, where's gold at right now? I've been watching gold for the last few days, though. You know, gold still over 2K. We got the 8 a.m. scrum in a couple minutes here. We got new home sales dropping today. So we'll see if we get anything good there, too. We did get that bounce at the VWAP, though. Look at that. Exactly off of the VWAP, too. We got a little bit of cushion on the day. Maybe a more succinct way to say it would be if you're 30 plus, pro athletics are out. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of stuff that's out. I think you have to look at it objectively. Like, you know, it needs to be within reason. You know, if you're trying to be a rapper and you're over 30 and you've never had any real success, yeah, give up. Like, that's a waste of time. I mean, again, there's a small chance that you could do it, but like spending your whole life for a super small chance is not good management of your life. You know what I mean? Same thing with professional sports. You know, like again, just to have reasonable, you know, dreams. Like if you wanted to play in the NBA as an example, or you want to play in the MLB, I'll have to use another example. You want to play baseball. Baseball typically has a little bit longer, more longevity in the game, but because you see like Justin Verlander out there pitching until he's 40 plus. I think if you wanted to play in the MLB and you never did, I think you need to pivot to coach, you know, in the MLB or something like that. Like pivot to something more reasonable, because holding on to unreasonable dreams is just going to get you in trouble. All right, so the number of Amazon warehouse robots has gone in 2016, 45,000, 2017, 100K. Let's look at Amazon right now too. Here's Amazon. Amazon broke lifetime highs today as well. No, not lifetime highs. I think it was yearly highs. Yeah, Amazon broke yearly highs today. So the high on the year was 147.70s. Amazon is now at 147.90s, testing the high of the day for Amazon. This might drag the rest of the tech market up with us as well. But again, in 2016, Amazon had 45,000 warehouse robots. In 2017, they had 100,000. In 2019, they had 200,000. In 2023, they had 750K. So they have gone up dramatically. So we got some earnings this week. CrowdStrike, Snow. Let's see what else we got. All right, so the NASDAQ still bounced it up a little bit too. So we did bounce right at that volume weighted average price on the NASDAQ here. All right, guys. Okay. Let's see if we hold now. I'm still holding my NASDAQ long. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good spot right there. I thought we might bounce. Again, big psychological level of the NASDAQ. If we pull it up here, so like if we pull it up right here, you know, 16,000 is a big level. When you have a lot of these grouped together, so like as an example here, right, if we pull up the Q and then we pull up this right here, right? If we pull up this right here, we pull up the Q, we have a bunch of milestone support levels showing up right around the same time, which is why you saw me take some bullish trades and everything. We have both 16,000. Look at that 16K level right there. We have the volume weighted average price. We've got the 200 EMA down below us. We've got, again, a big psychological level. And then we also have a nice little pullback leading into it, right? So all those things converging to one spot made it a pretty reasonable dip buy level, I think, in my opinion. You know, made it a little dip buy level. And so we took it. Again, we do have building permits today, right? Or is it building permits? All right, so still getting that nice bounce on the NASDAQ here. Again, look at Nvidia right now, though. Amazon is another one of the tech stocks dragging the market up. Here's Amazon. Amazon basically at 148 right now, 148. Still moving. Yeah, building permits. Are they out already? If they dropped already, they're early. Building permits always seem to come out early. I'm not sure why. But yeah, they dropped. They came in at 1.498 versus 1.487. So higher than expected building permits here. We'll put them up on screen. Somebody else posted them, I think, too. There's the building permit data. And then I think we have new home sales. Yeah, new home sales at 10. Expectations are 725. Market's still bouncing up. Again, we talked about that support level and we called it. We'll see if we continue into this. Any news for Nvidia today? Not that I'm seeing right now. We had building permit stuff come out. All right, so this analyst with 84% accuracy rate sees more than 41% upside in Nvidia. So an analyst picked it. Still moving up some. Yeah, we did have building permits out. All right, so market's rallying up a little bit too. Look at the SPY, look at the Q. Nice little improvement here. I talked about the bounce. Again, remember, guys, in the Q, we talked about it. In the SPY, we talked about it right here. I mean, the liquidity is still pretty light right now. The liquidity is still pretty light, but we caught the bounce. Hey, I'm on stream. All right, guys. All right, guys, I got to run to the restroom. If I take longer than 2 minutes in the restroom, y'all can call me. What can you call me if I take longer than 2 minutes at the restroom? We'll do a timer here. For the rest of the day, you can call me something. What do you want to call me? All right, I'll be right back. Look at Amazon breaking highs up here. Amazon breaking highs. No, not that. Yair. Something else. Give me another name. Who did the Saints lose to? The Saints lost to the Falcon. I don't know. Y'all can call me whatever you want without getting banned, within reason, unless you're making fun of my sponsors. You know, that's the one exemption. All right, I'll be right back. Ready? We're gonna start the timer. All right, hold on, wait. I gotta reset this. Hold on. All right, ready? Go. All right, I'm back. Haha, beat the timer. Whew. All right, we beat the timer. Yep. Look at Amazon rip up, though. Amazon flying up. Sorry, guys. Y'all can't call me whatever you are planning on calling me. We're back. All right. Amazon, guys. Look at Amazon. Flying up right now. Wow. I don't think I'm in Amazon right now. I should be, but I'm not. Oh, ARM is up. I'm actually green on ARM. Wow. Yeah, well, Amazon hold is the question. Q has really popped up here. All right, guys. Amazon pulling back a little bit. Again, the Q bounced right. Like, one of the things that we called here was the Q bounced exactly in that trend, right? So, like, look at the trend here. I think trend trading in futures is one of the most effective ways, right? So, like, if you want to make money in futures, one of the main ways you can do it is just by looking at the current trend. You know, I'm gonna have to fix this one. I can already see it, but like, look, there's a 20-degree trend. We'll make this one 20, and now it's 35. Yeah. So I think look at trends like this. These are the most effective ones, I think. We can even zoom it in a little bit, make it a little bit tighter here, so you can kind of see which trend we're in. And then really, we've had this trend all morning, but I think looking at trends like this and then attacking them makes a lot of sense. Q pushed up, as well as, like, again, finding those big bounce levels, those big psychological levels. There's that 16K level. But again, we'll see if we continue in this trend. We could also maybe look a little bit tighter here, like this. Still got some upward room on it, though. Yeah, that looks close enough. Yeah, so we're looking at other stuff this morning regarding markets. It's Cyber Monday, so I don't know if a lot of people are shopping or like what's going on. Amazon is moving. Yeah, Amazon's flying up right now. If you look at Amazon here, it's at 148.40s. So Amazon really is ripping up, like, pretty big. Visa is on the yearly high. What is Visa? Just V, right? Yeah, 254.70. Yeah, so Visa, did it break? Well, yeah, so it broke the yearly high Friday. Next NASDAQ level would be a pivot to 28.25. I'm waiting for a pullback. Yeah, what NASDAQ are you talking about, Sam? Those prices aren't even right. You know. Yeah, so hold on. I'm looking at the calendar again next month. Powell speaks at Spelman College. Yeah, so it says Powell's going to speak next month as a conversation with Spelman College President Helene Gale with Powell. That's going to be this Friday. We're going to be streaming that. We also have the personal consumption expenditure on Thursday, GDP data on Wednesday, CP consumer confidence data tomorrow. We also have CRM and Salesforce earnings this week. I think Wednesday we have Salesforce as well as Foot Locker and some other early ones. Snowflake, Salesforce, other big ones dropping. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, Salesforce, and I mean not CRM and Salesforce, Snowflake and Salesforce is what it is. So those two are big. United Health Group on yearly high, bro. Yeah, I watch UNH. I don't know enough about the company. I know it's a big healthcare company. I just don't know enough about it. It's almost at the yearly high. The yearly high is 553s. It's at 547s. So it's a whiles away. Yeah, I see you, Sam. All good, bro. All good, man. Yeah, CRM. Again, that's basically all the big boys today. We don't really have big earnings season starting until January again. So we got another month and a half until earnings season starts. Watching the Q pull back a little bit right now, too. It's right around that previous closing price. I want to see if it'll break these highs. So it's close. See if we can buy maybe a dip here. We're pretty neutral right now. Any other stocks you guys want me to look at? I mean, I'm looking at United Health. I just, again, yeah, we can put a look. Here's Amazon on the right. Like, if you think about it, a bet on this is kind of a bet on Amazon because Amazon's going to move with tech. Yes, we had building permits out. All right, so we still got the Q popping up a little bit. Look at this move. So there's the Q. Little bounce. Dollar index on support if all goes. Yeah, I haven't looked at the Dixie today. Yeah, the Dixie at 103.20s, 103.20s. It was good. All right, so we're buying the dip here. Yeah, I got out of Disney last week. The Dixie's moving up, so but the only thing about it is Amazon is starting to creep up too. I don't know what the Q is. The volume's so light. Again, Amazon's dragging the market up right now. So we're probably going to start to trade some futures too. You know, here's Amazon in the queue. I'll put them on top of each other like this. And then maybe we're going to try to buy a dip in the NASDAQ. I need a larger pullback though. I don't think this is a big enough one. The only thing though is like Amazon might drag this up. Right? So Amazon might drag the queue up is the only thing about it. Looking at our polls here, we got over 100 likes, so thank you guys so much. Hit the like button real quick. But yeah, look at this upward move here that we're still getting. The question is whether the Q breaks the previous closing price. So the 389.50 level is where it goes from red to green, green to red. It's technically red right now, but it could go green. We'll see if it does. All right, Q still pushing. Look at that. Amazon is mostly dragging this up. All right, so again, Amazon testing that high again up here. All right. Love you. Have a good day. Yeah. I'm gonna hit you with that every morning now, you know. Yeah, so last night I made a wiggity whack joke. All right. And my daughter had no idea where that reference was from, and so she thought I was just making up words and hated it. Right. So this morning she asked me to go bring her a cup of coffee this morning. And so I went in her room in the morning. I made her a cup of coffee, but I went in her room and I turned the lights on and I played Crisscross Jump super loud, you know, and started dancing around the room and hitting her with the pillow. And she laughed, but she also hated it, you know. And so that's the inside joke today. Not really inside anymore, but all right, guys. Still kind of just sitting here waiting. Again, we'll see if the 4-day winning streak breaks, or the 4-week winning streak breaks. So again, to put it into perspective, the market has ended green. If we put a weekly chart up here on like the Q, you know, we put a weekly chart up, you can see we have had 1, 2, 3, 4 green weeks in a row at this point in time. 4 green weeks in a row. And so I think like logically, we have to be careful because again, typically when we get big stuff like that, pullbacks could and will happen. And so we just got to be very smart, be very careful. Because again, pullbacks can happen. Very rarely does markets just continue to be green nonstop and never end. And so I think we need to expect pullbacks. You know, I think I'm not saying we're going to pull back. I think it's something that we just want to be careful of and plan about. So I think we just have to be smart and be very careful. All right, so we're right at the top here for the Q. Q lifetime highs are right at 408. We're pretty close to that, though. Maybe that was the couple percent he was talking about, but yeah, the Q is not that far away from the lifetime high. So let's say the Q's at 398. Let me see, 389.50. Yeah, let's say 389.50. 408 is the highs. So I mean, if we look at like percentage wise how far the Q is away from the highs, and the Q is more tech based, right? So this is gonna be, we'll just call it we'll just call this $18. So if we look at this, the Q is only about 4.5% away from lifetime highs. Now, I'm not saying we're going to hit it, but we're only about 4.5% away. Yeah. Did you make her jump? Yeah, she had never heard the term. She didn't know where wiggity wiggity whack came from. And so I never told her until this morning, and now she knows. All right, guys. All right, guys. We got Amazon. Rip it up, breaking highs. The Q has had a really strong couple weeks, 4 weeks specifically, green. We're starting to consolidate now. Part of me wants to start shorting this, but I'd also be like shorting a trend that's on the upside right now, a very obvious upward trend. It's the only problem with shorting this here is I'm shorting a really obvious upward trend. You know, so I'm shorting a really obvious upward trend. And I'm not sure what we should do with it, but we don't really have any data today. Not like that. It's a pretty quiet day. Although the Q is starting to head up a little bit here, team. We're still over 16K on the Q2, so I think that that can be a support level. The dollar index is dropping as well, and usually there's like an inverse correlation with the Dixie and stuff like that. So, but the Q's still pushing up. The NASDAQ still pushing up. Amazon is really what this is. Again, Amazon at 148.50 right now, 148.50 basically. The lifetime high is 148.49. And so we're basically right at the lifetime high. We're at 148.46. Not the lifetime high. I'm sorry. The yearly high for Amazon is right there. And that is ultimately what's dragging a lot of tech up right now. Disney had a great day on Friday, man. Where's the Disney haters at, bro? Like, it's kind of crazy how many people, again, people overestimate weakness because of politics. Like, Disney, money making machine. Again, people cannot like them, I understand, but like, you know, same thing with like Target as well. You know, Target back up to 130s, you know. And so I think, again, people underestimate weakness, or people overestimate weakness because of political bias. But again, the NASDAQ ripping over 16s. All right, so we got a little dip here in the NASDAQ. Part of me wants to buy it. We got a little cushion here. The question is, does Amazon keep ripping? I'm going to buy this dip with the assumption that Amazon's going to keep ripping. It's just one contract, and we're already green on the day here, so we're already pretty green. So it doesn't matter too much because we're already pretty green on the day. All right, there's the pop. All right, we're up about $10. And a big slump. Wow. Might be time to cut it. I think that's a big drop. Did something just drop? Did some economy data just come out? I didn't think we had any economic data today. Let me see. This is reacting like it did, though. Building permits are already out. Maybe the whole market's just late on building permits. But building permits already came out. The market's responding like it didn't, which is weird. Again, building permits have been out. Weird. All right, we're going to try to buy this dip again, I guess, but Now we're flat on the day. All right, we just have new home sales at 10 now in about an hour and a half. All right, got a little bit of a down wick here, which is a good sign. Let's see, we move back up, retrace. Flat now on this trade, that's nice. Dollar went up. Went up a little bit. Again, the big thing is Amazon rejected that top. That's the more weak sign here, is Amazon rejecting that top. We got a nice little pop. We're now green. I don't think new home sales will be that big. I mean, we'll stream it, but like typically new home sales isn't the biggest release. The only thing that it might be influential regarding is it might be big regarding like real estate and what that means for the economy moving forward. You know, Amazon did pop back up, so we might add to this because Amazon still looks like it's moving up to test this level. We'll fix our average here. Yeah, the Dallas Fed manufacturing isn't like a big release though. You know, so like we got some stuff, but it's not really big. You know what I mean? New home sales is the biggest report we got today for sure. All right. Okay, we got two contracts here. I want to see if it bounces. If it doesn't, then we'll get out for a small loss, which it looks like it's not. That's a big dip. It's faking me out. Yeah, we're down about 120 bucks, but every day is not going to be green. And so, yeah, we'll be all right. You know, I don't use physical stops, Francis, because I'm usually right over the position. We might try again buying this dip because we got some big downwick pressure here. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, baby. All right. Sorry. Love you. All right. Love you. Okay, that's fine. Sorry. My wife got mad at me. I left the keys out. Yeah, maybe my trades just are not feeling good today. I mean, we're pretty much flat here on this one trade. I like the downwick pressure. It's the only reason I'm buying it again. I could have just stayed in my other trade, but I like the downwick pressure. And we can build up a cushion if we can. If not, it's just not a good day. The problem right now is I think a lot of people are shopping right now today. And I think a lot of people are resting from last week. So... wow, what a big drop all of a sudden on the NASDAQ here. All right, well, we're going to have to get out of this because we just got squeezed out. I think a lot of other people in positions like me just got squeezed out. So, all good. Maybe we could trade the E-mini a little bit more today, see if we get some better movement. It's just like fake out city, though. Like, it's choppy up and down. The liquidity is so low in something like the NASDAQ. I think what happened there is a lot of people are interested in taking Amazon. Amazon's right around highs, so everybody thinks Amazon's going to break highs. And then when it doesn't, everybody just kind of gets scared out of it like that. And so we'll live. Red today, bro. Yeah, we're slightly red. I mean, but it's not huge. We haven't even got to the opening bell yet, so maybe the opening bell would treat us better. Let's see, the US 100 is struggling to get past. What is that? The US 100 is the Dow, right? It's YM. I don't really trade the Dow very much, to be honest. Yeah, so we are getting a pretty large pullback on the Q here. We'll see if it's time to like attack now that we have this pullback here. But again, I think the thing to understand, team, is that we are up 4 weeks in a row. I said this earlier. We're up 4 weeks in a row. And so typically the market is not going to always go up like this. And I think eventually in situations like this, we're going to start to get pullbacks in situations where we get pullbacks. All right, so another very large pullback. I'm trying to see. I don't think we had any echo data coming out. The only echo data we have is new home sales coming out later this morning. We don't really have any other big economic report coming out today. All right, so we are still in this trend line that I'm looking at. If we're taking a longer term trade, we could just bet on this trend line, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Right now we're in this trend. That's the only thing stopping me. And again, you can also see Amazon start to creep up here too. So like if Amazon's going to start to fly up, that's where, we could find ourselves some trouble. So we got new home sales data. Right, it's new home sales today, huh? Yeah. Let me see. All right, so you can see Amazon did test that 148.40s level. So we are testing those. Well, bond auctions today affect stock prices. When does that auction happen? US 100 is the NAS, US 30 is the Dow. Okay, yeah, I get them mixed up. Yeah, we're just kind of playing around, Sam, trying to build up a cushion in pre-market, and we'll wait for the major trading to be done. We're down like $200 right now. But again, not the end of the world. It happens for sure. Look at what we're doing is we're really watching Amazon here too. Amazon is up to 148.40s. We do have a head and shoulders type thing. Yeah, so we're looking at pre-market stuff right now. We got new home sales data coming out too. All right, so we're right at the bottom of this NASDAQ trend line, so my hands are kind of off. I don't really want to mess with it too much because of that. 10:30 auction time for 2 years and 6 months. Let me see. Should show that here. Oh yeah, we do have the 2-year and 5-node auction. It's not going to be big enough for me to cover. We got the 5-year auction at 1, the 2-year at 11:30. And we got the Dallas Fed Manufacturing Business Index, but none of the stuff's really big, to be honest. Like, it's not none of it is really worthwhile for me to stream. Like even new home sales is usually a pretty small report relative to some of the other ones. I think NAS will respect the trend. Maybe Amazon will hit 150. They're expanding globally around 20%. Yeah, this little big pullback though, or this big pullback here is really what influenced them negatively though. So like this pullback's fairly large. SPY is right where it was last Monday morning. Lots of consolidation. Yeah. And again, if you want to day trade with me, check out TopStep. TopStep funded program and futures. They give you a demo. They test your skill. If you can hit the target on the demo without hitting the max loss, they fund you between 50K up to 150K with a 90% split. Really useful because what it allows you to do is get your feet wet with day trading without taking huge risks, right? Like most day traders fail. I know I failed in the beginning for sure when I first started day trading. Again, I've told the story before, but like I went and saw the movie The Big Short. And like I was always like a poker strategy game player, like chess, checkers. I always like games like that. I went and saw that movie, realized like the stock market was kind of similar. And so I got home and I Googled like day trading or trading. And of course, what did I get? I get Tim Sykes, I get Warrior Trading, I get financial freedom, financial freedom. Yeah, you can do it, guys. Just financial freedom, in hindsight, it's just told like it's nonsense. But like you don't know any better when you're new and you think that you're just about to get rich, I knew I wasn't going to get rich, but like I wanted to work for it. So I started day trading. I put up $4,000 at the time, which to me was a ton of money, and lost all of it in like a couple weeks. Just destroy. I almost cried. I remember I almost cried. This is a much cheaper way to do it. Like funded account program, much cheaper. The base one is $49. You got to hit 3,000 in profit on a demo account without hitting a $2,000 loss. So a 2 to 3 ratio, very reasonable. And if you can do that, they fund you $50K in futures. And in the futures market, you can basically day trade the Q. And you can see the NASDAQ here is the same thing as the Q. Here's the Q. Here's the NASDAQ. The futures market actually has better liquidity. And we might actually start shorting here. The futures market actually has better liquidity than the Q, but there's no PDT rule. So I can day trade this right side, buy market, sell market, all that good stuff. No PDT rule. Instant settlement. Like I'm going to short here just as an example. See if we can short into potential weakness. But again, there's no PDT rule. Great way to learn how to trade. If you lose, you're only out $49. If you're good enough to pass it, you get $50K in funding with a 90% split. And there's larger combines as well that let you try to get funded in larger amounts. Again, if you want to check it out, they are a sponsor of mine. I'm certainly biased, of course, because they're a sponsor. But if you want to check them out, there's the link. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel. Might be a risky trade in hindsight because we got the VWAP right there, but we'll give it a chance. But yeah, you can check out the link right there if you're interested. All right, so we're flat here. We broke this trend, which is why I'm trying to attack it. But I also understand, like, we could bounce at the VWAP. The price of foods, the price of cost of living has basically gone up around 30%, it looks like, since 2020. All right, so again, we're flat still on this trade, giving it a chance to break down. Again, the only question mark here is that the Q's right at the VWAP. So we'll see if it holds that or not. For free? What's free? Top Step's definitely not free. I mean, I never said it was free. I think NASDAQ will respect the trend. Yeah, I'm probably going to cut this. I don't want to risk. Oh, wait, I just doubled my size. Oh, well, I'm back to break even. I didn't mean to double my size. I should probably just cut it. I mean, I can get out basically flat right here. I want to give it a chance, I guess, now, but yeah, I'm dumb. I'm going to cut this. Didn't mean to add size, so we got a pretty small loss there, but well, yeah, but there's the PDT rule, GeForce. You know what I mean? Like, anybody can, like, that's every broker. You know what I mean? Like, TOS has 0 commission, stock and options trades, no PDT rule if you got over 25K on a margin account. I mean, that's every stock platform, brother. You know, as long as you don't try to promote your affiliate link or something, like, you can talk about it, but yeah, that's basically every stock platform, bro. Every stock platform basically offers the same thing you just said, which, you know, the benefit of Top Step is that you don't need 25K to do it. Like, you don't need 25K. And so that's the benefit of stuff like that, because you can really day trade with less restrictions. All right. SPY is still pretty choppy. It's only futures, Metin, but you can trade like you could trade the S&P 500 E-mini. You could trade the NASDAQ, which is basically the Q. So the QQQ and the NQ in futures is the same price action. It's the same thing. You can see it here. Here's the Q, consolidation breakdown. Here's the NASDAQ consolidation breakdown. It's the same price action here on the right side and the bottom left. But there's no PDT rule when I day trade this right side here in futures. And so that's the big edge of it, is that you can day trade short, buy market, sell market, all that good stuff. No PDT rule in futures. That's why a lot of people move to them, is because you can do so freely. The biggest restriction in stocks is how you trade. You're basically unable to trade if you got less than 25K in a margin account, which is rough. So President Lagarde of the ECB has called for global regulation on crypto after she said her son, quote, lost almost all of his money trading crypto. Yeah, but bro, you could do the same thing in stocks. What's the difference? You could YOLO stocks. You can do it. You can do that in everything. Anybody could lose money. Regulation's not going to protect them. If anything, regulation is going to make it harder. I've got 50K. Maybe that's why it doesn't bother me that much. Yeah, I mean, my TOS account's got over 60 in it right now. So, I'm not restricted by it. I could basically day trade as much as I want. But understand that's most people don't have it like that. Most people do not have that much money. And honestly, it's probably for the better that they don't. Because the problem with traders is that most of the time, new traders especially just don't have any risk management on anything, right? So they don't know how to manage risk. And if you make them trade a large account for their first account, like the PDT rule makes them, is one of the most ridiculous rules in trading. If they make you trade a large account like that, you're going to cause a new trader to lose the entire account, right? What new trader has any type of risk management skill? None of them basically do. None of them have any type of risk management skill from my experience. And so forcing a new trader specifically to day trade with 25K plus is a terrible idea. And again, the ridiculous thing is that they try to act like it's protecting traders. Bro, you're making new traders trade 25K plus in equity in their first account in day trading. Why? It's the dumbest rule ever. It really is the dumbest rule ever. It's kind of like what's a good way to say it? It's like making a architect who's never designed anything design the Eiffel Tower, right? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense at all. It ends up just being super risky. Okay, a better example: letting somebody that's never driven before drive a Bugatti. All right, that's basically what they do when they make a new trader trade with 25K or more. There's no reason to do it. It's super risky. It causes them to lose more than they should. All right, Q pulling back a little bit. Maybe I should have stayed in my short. I think my short would have worked. Again, a lot of this has to do with Amazon slowing down. Like Amazon looked really primed to bounce, and Amazon is approaching the volume weighted average price, but it just kind of recently dipped a little bit. So like that's killing the drive in tech right now, because Amazon being around the yearly high was a really optimistic thing for tech, and when it rejected here and started to pull back, the rest of tech did, which influenced the Q, which influenced the rest of the market. So that's kind of what's going on. Yeah, again, we don't really have much going on today, which is why it's a little bit slower in here. Q breaking down, NASDAQ breaking down. I still stayed in the short. The Dixie's popping up. Dixie over 103.30s just broke highs of the day for the dollar index. All right, guys, we got 30 minutes until the opening bell. 30 minutes. Yeah, that's why prop firms are useful. NASDAQ fell out of the channel and retested it as resistance. Yeah, for sure. That's what I originally shorted into. But again, the NASDAQ moves so quickly. There's a reason why I normally typically only trade the E-mini in the morning in pre-market, because the NASDAQ just moves so freaking quick that it's very difficult to manage, even if I have small size. And so usually what I do is like I'll trade the E-mini, build up a profit or a cushion with the E-mini, and then once I have that profit or cushion, then I'll kind of scale back up, trade larger, take larger risks, so forth. Right? Like that's usually the move that I make. All right, we got a little bounce back in the NASDAQ here. We'll see if it holds. All right, and also we can't help but look at Amazon moving up a little bit as well. NASDAQ should fly up soon. Maybe. I mean, it's starting to rebound back up a little bit. It looks strong. I hope it does. I mean, I'm a bullish trader in the market. I want the market to go up. You know, I'd love to see the market move up, but like anything could happen. Dixie's still creeping up a little bit. Q is right around the 200 EMA and the VWAP level. I also think we have, like, the NASDAQ has that 16K level here. So it's right at 16,000. I think that's a big spot, a big level. I talked about this level earlier, but I think 16K is huge and important to watch. All right, so now we're rejecting under that level here. Interesting. Hey, what's up, Yelton? Crypto about to dump. Where's crypto at right now? I know there were a lot of talk about this one over the weekend, but Bitcoin at 37.3s. So Bitcoin's still doing all right. Could be worse, I think, right? Again, the NASDAQ just dipped under 16K here. Big psych level. A big psychological level. Bitcoin has positive correlation with the market. Sometimes it does. Not recently, though. You know, Bitcoin right now is... It's definitely... I wouldn't even say it's positively correlated. I think it's about neutral. All right, so look at the big pullback on the NASDAQ. Big dip. Big drop. So again, rejecting that $16,000 level. And again, you can see when the NASDAQ rejected 16K like this, it started pulling back heavy on it. Yeah, Bitcoin and gold are pretty similar. They're kind of the same thing, right? Like gold over 2,000 right now. So again, let me get this level out the way. Excuse me. All right, so we got it out the way. Again, NASDAQ really looking weak. I guess I could short it, but finally starting to give it back. Again, to be honest here, guys, like if you want me to be honest, I'm kind of bearish this week, right? Why am I bearish? I'm kind of bearish because I think the market's up too much at this point in time. You know, I think the market has gone up a lot. I think markets don't go up forever, and I think it might be time for a dip. We got 25 minutes, guys, 25 minutes. But yeah, markets don't go up forever. I think it might be time. Yeah, I gotta start putting these scripts up. So the back tester shows. All right, so Q, E-mini both kind of falling back down a little bit. Whoa. Yeah, I'm trying to mess with this back tester here. All right, so Amazon cracking. This is a really weak sign. I might pivot to more of a short-based system right now, if I can. Bearish. Yeah, I mean, I just think we could pull back a little bit this week. I think the market's up a little bit too much. but who knows? You know, I think the market's up a lot, and you know, we're pretty flat in pre-market right now, except for Amazon. Amazon's really the stock that's dragging the market up heavy. Kind of expect it to go up again. Xmas will really be the test on spending. Bonds down. Yeah, see, I see TNX is at 4.45%. So still under 4.5%, but it's up a lot over the last couple of days. So I mean, again, we got 20 minutes or so until the market opens. We're gonna keep it pretty quiet today. Again, it's a small day. We don't really have much going on. Yeah, anything else big today? So Tesla is going to hold the delivery event for its Cybertruck Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Time. We're going to stream that, of course, like we always do for the big Tesla events. It's going to affect Tesla. It's going to be during market hours as well. During market hours as well is when it's going to be. We stream all of these. So we're definitely going to be streaming that as well. But at 1 p.m. Thursday. So we got a busy week this week, man. We really do. We got a busy week. Luckily, though, it's at 1 p.m. Central. So it's 2 p.m. Eastern time, market time. And so that'll affect Tesla. Where's Tesla at this morning? I haven't really looked at it yet. Tesla green on the day. Very green. The question is, will it affect? Honestly, I haven't looked at my portfolio once today. Not once. We're down $20 on the day on my portfolio, which isn't bad for a $20,000, $21,000 portfolio. Could be worse. Still dipping down on the NASDAQ here. I think breaking under that 16K was such a bad sign. Everybody's bearish at this point. Tesla truck today. So okay. December 30th is going to be Tesla's delivery day, where it's going to start delivering the Cybertruck. With that, they're going to hold an event called the delivery event, and we're going to stream that event and watch it with you guys and watch Tesla stock throughout all of it. I went to Boston yesterday to check out the Cybertruck reveal. We were the first people in. It was sweet. A nice quality. I have no way to vet if you're telling me the truth, but hey, I hope you are, you know. But this is the internet. I hope you're telling the truth. Sorry, you know how many people just say some ridiculous stuff to be seen on the internet. Not saying it's you, but forgive me for being a skeptic, sir. So it's November 30th. Sorry, not December. November. Sorry, team. Oh, nice quality. All right. Yeah, again, slow day today, so we're just kind of having fun. All right, so big pullback and then a bounce back on the NASDAQ. Part of it was the short, but I'm also like, hey, man, I just haven't had the best results here. Day trading and pre-market, so I'm kind of just trying to hang out and chill. Yeah, we'll see if this run continues. Lots of Cybertruck displays on YouTube over the weekend. Confused with holidays coming in. Amazon had layoffs, but the price went green. Salesforce and Amazon expand a partnership for customers to more easily build trusted AI apps, deliver seamless CRM experiences, and bring Salesforce products. Here's the news release that just came out. It came out a couple minutes ago, but it's ultimately one of the things that's helping Amazon right now increase, specifically this CRM deal. This dropped earlier. But Amazon has honestly been kind of running prior to this. Amazon started running super early, so maybe somebody got in early. Clarity AI and Amazon Web Services advanced sustainable investing at scale. So yeah, Clarity AI did a thing with Amazon as well. I'll put this up in chat. So there's a couple different news reports coming on for Amazon right now. We added up a little bit of our Exxon trade here just because I think oil's down so much. So we bought a little bit more of Exxon, but not a huge position. But we're pretty much flat on that Exxon trade right now. CL is the oil. I don't know if it's an E-mini, but it's the oil futures symbol is CL. Raul. I believe you on the Tesla in Boston there at selected locations. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm not, again, running a stream like this, you just got to be skeptical sometimes. I'm skeptical of everybody. It's nothing against anybody specifically. I'm just kind of skeptical. We are going to throw it in sub-only mode, though, so subscribe if you haven't yet. We appreciate it. Yeah, so Amazon upped their salary as well. Yelton, that's another big news source today. The dollar index still heading up pretty strong. I guess we'll try to short this, although it's risky. We'll try one more add to this, and then that's it. And then we're going to have to cut it quick. I'm taking a little bit of swings this morning in my combine accounts because we're working on getting funded. But again, we also have to be careful. I just want to see if the Q will break down some more. All right, so now we're basically flat here on this. Like, I'm trying to scalp, I think, in pre-market, and pre-market volatility is low. But again, they're combine accounts, so we're okay for now. Yeah, look at oil dip. So oil now dipping down heavy. Hey, what's up, Douglas? I think most Black Friday numbers are from online sales. I've seen a ton of people posting. Yeah, dude, I didn't even go to Best Buy. I avoided it. I've never been a big Black Friday. Like, the problem, again, one of my biases is that I don't like to be manipulated, right? Like, if I feel like I'm getting manipulated by a business, I just avoid it. You know what I mean? And so what I do is, like, I think a lot of people get manipulated on Black Friday. Maybe they just don't have much to do and they enjoy going out. But most of the big sales on Black Friday are not as big as they think they are. Like a lot of the time, they're old inventory that's been sitting, that they were going to lower the prices on this inventory anyway. They just chose to do it on Black Friday, because they know people are going to just go in and go crazy and have consumer fever is the best way I could describe it. And so instead, they just kind of raise prices, or they kind of lower prices that were already set to get lowered anyway, and kind of try to manipulate people into buying up a lot of stuff that would otherwise probably cost the same amount, right? And I think that's pretty standard. I think at this point in time, everybody kind of knows that to be the truth. And I think more and more people pick up on that, the more less and less people are going to go crazy and risk stress, going out in public trying to do some stuff like that. You know what I mean? And this is a combine account, guys. Like I said, we switched it to a combine account. But yeah, and again, I don't really like to be manipulated, and I think sometimes the stores manipulate people in that way, and they just get them to go crazy and act really aggressive in spending to try to pick up some crazy deals. But most of the time, the deals aren't that crazy. You can probably find some pretty good deals online half the time as well. And so in that regard, I just never... I never liked Black Friday shopping. I was never like a big fan of it. I've never gone out Black Friday shopping ever in my life. So, it is what it is. All right. Right, exactly, Tiny. Before the sale, like they raise prices intentionally, knowing that they're going to drop it the next day. Again, I just feel manipulated by companies trying to push. Not all of them. Like, of course, like there's some deals on Black Friday that are like legit. Most of them are online though. It's not going to be the big stores that are doing it. Most of the deals like that are legit are online. So I mean, All right, we got 11 minutes here. I'm getting beat up on my combine account today. I don't think it's my day to trade right now. We switched accounts though, so this is a new account. So being down 140 bucks isn't the end of the world. And I'm gonna give it a second, but if we break the top of this, I gotta just cut it. I was gonna go this year, but there wasn't anything I really needed. Everything I wanted really wasn't on sale. Yeah, again, I was just never a big Black Friday person. Like, to be honest, like I was telling somebody else this, but like I'm pretty hard to shop for the holidays. Like I get like family that asks me what I want, and I don't really need anything. I don't really want anything. Again, I'm not trying to brag, but if there's something I want at this point in time, I just buy it. I don't wait and get it for the holidays. I just buy it if I want something. And as a parent, Christmas and the holidays is mostly about my kids. Like I'm just trying to let my kids have a memorable holiday, where they're happy. Everything else is just kind of like, I don't really ever get anything I want. So I think when you turn into a parent, it becomes more about your kids anyway. All right, guys, we got 10 minutes. Yeah, we're definitely a consumption country for sure. All right, so you see Amazon back over the VWAP over 148. That's the only thing I'm gonna cut this, and it might be wrong, and I might get just faked out of this too. But like, we'll probably just wait now. Small little loss. 70% of the U.S. economy. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, Angelique, 100%. It's all like, again, you realize it pretty quickly when you become a parent that like it's mostly about the kids, man. You know, when you're young and you're selfish, you like want Christmas to be about you and what you get. As you become a parent, it's less about you, you know, and more about what you get your kids. Is there an option calculator that you know of that would show the price of the call put during pre-market after hours based on the current price? No, I'm not sure, John. It probably is somewhere, but I don't know when. You know. All right, guys. Again, very flat day. I mean, I guess everybody's kind of coming back from the holiday. The market really doesn't start until tomorrow, where we got CB consumer confidence data coming out tomorrow. That's the big one that drops. We got CB consumer confidence data at 10. And then I think I don't think we have jolts. Yeah, option strat is one pawn uses, although I've never used it before. Looks like me getting out of that trade was the right move. NASDAQ still pushing all the way back up here. So very kind of flat day at this point in time. We've gone up and down and up and down. All right, so we got a big bounce all the way back up. I could short it. I don't know what I want to do with this. Again, the market opens up in 5 minutes. No, new home sales are really not going to impact much, to be honest. Like, new home sales don't really mess with the market like that. They just don't. I'm honest. Like, as much as I want to tell people that they're going to have some big, like, influence over markets, they won't, you know. So at the open, everything red will go green and everything green goes red as VIX tries to pop. When will Bitcoin hit 100K, guys? Will it ever? I guess is the question. All right, we got 4 minutes, team. E-mini looks way stronger than the NASDAQ thus far today. Well, I think the E-mini is more flat today. Certainly more sideways, less volatile than the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's mostly tech. Look at the big pullback on Amazon. Let's see if we get a delayed response in the NASDAQ here on the right side. Look at that big pullback on Amazon. It's a fairly large one. Not much on the Powell. Yeah, we don't have Powell today. Powell speaks on Friday. We'll stream it. It'll be a busy week. Thursday, we got Tesla delivery day, PCE data, jobless claims. Friday, we got Powell. Wednesday, we've got GDP data and a bunch of other stuff. Tomorrow, we've got CB consumer confidence. So it's going to be a busy couple weeks in markets. Next week, I don't think we have much next week. Let me see. Next week, we have durable goods, core durable goods, and factory orders. Tuesday, we've got services and ISM non-manufacturing PMI. So services PMI next Tuesday. Wednesday, we got ADP employment and non-farm productivity. So non-farm employment change. So we got prelim payroll numbers Wednesday next week. Thursday, we got jobless claims, challenger job cuts, wholesale inventories. Friday, we've got unemployment and payroll numbers. So next week's busy too. This week's busier, but next week's still pretty busy. And then earnings season is basically kaput. Next week, I don't think we have anything next week. I don't think we have any more big earnings reports. We got NEO. Okay, we got NEO on December 5th. AutoZone. All right, market's about to open up in a minute and a half. MongoDB, December 5th. Dave & Buster's. Nothing really big, though. Wednesday, Campbell Soups. Oh, we got one more big day. Next Wednesday, December 6th is pretty big. We've got C3. We've got GameStop. So that'll be relevant, especially consider all the volatility. Again, look at Amazon pulling back here. Let's see if this drags the NASDAQ back down. We got a minute until the market opens. But again, look at Amazon pulling back here. Amazon at 147.60. It's under the 200 EMA, under the volume weighted average price. Let's watch to see if the NASDAQ and the Q dip from this here. You know, I think it's plausible to assume that we get a delayed pullback here on the NASDAQ. Let's see if I'm right. Because Amazon just had this fairly large pullback that it hasn't really reacted to yet. But maybe not. All right, here we go, guys. Y'all ready? Here's the opening bell, 20 seconds. We'll see if I'm right. I might be wrong. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I was more referring to the proportion I'm assuming you mean the proportionality. Small bearish delta on the E-mini versus the NASDAQ. We got 400 people here. We didn't get a pullback. Here's the market open. Guys, here's the market open. Watch Amazon. If Amazon starts to run, the rest of the market's going to follow suit most likely. NASDAQ rip it up here. Q pushing up too. We are starting to get some bull moves here. We're watching our equities portfolio, but look at the NASDAQ fly up here. Wow. NASDAQ flying up. Big movement on the NASDAQ here. Q up. Wow. Man, I was just wrong for sure. What a move. Again, look at the Q rip. Look at the Amazon rip. Man, look at the NASDAQ. Crazy. It's a huge move on the NASDAQ, bro. This is crazy big. Wow. Is this justifiably a rip? I mean, can I call this a rip without the chat getting mad at me? I think it's a pretty big rip. I'm going to let things settle first, though. This is really big. Man, maybe I should have bought the dip. Again, watch Amazon here, team. Amazon lifetime high is right up there at 140 or 148.49s. Amazon's testing the lifetime high right now. I'm going to buy this dip because Amazon's testing the lifetime high. $15 up. Amazon just broke lifetime high. 70, 95. All right, we just made $100. Scalping this move. I thought Amazon would break it, and it did. So Amazon just broke lifetime high up to 148.60s. We're now retracing back down, so it looks like scalping it was the right move. Very volatile, though. All right, so now we're right back down again. My hands are kind of off. I don't usually trade this early, so it's a little risky because, you know, big moves like this can be corrected fast. It looks like we are. And so, again, I'm kind of bearish this week. I think the whole market is up too much. You know, we're up 4 weeks in a row. Green. I don't think the market can sustain that. I mean, it can sustain it, but I don't think it will. Turning all the way back down. Amazon rejected right at the highs. We're going to start to short and pivot to the downside here. All right, we're short right now. One contract. Going to cover that real quick, locking that in. We're going to short again. We're now short. Boom. Just made another $65. We're back to green in this account. That's nice. Although we did kind of get beat up in our last account. All right, so not bad so far. We caught the bearish action. We're starting to mostly short. Oh, not the lifetime high. I'm sorry. It's the yearly high is what I'm talking about, not the lifetime high. Sorry. So yeah, you're right. It's not the lifetime high. It's the yearly high. Starting to retrace a little bit. I'm going to short this, though. I don't think it's going to break. We'll short it. All right, so now we're nicely green here. Yeah, I didn't think it would break just based off the price action. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm out now, so it doesn't matter. This looks kind of weak to me. I'm going to short this again and try to be a little bit more patient with it. All right, so we're down. We're up 45, 60, 95. We're going to go ahead and cut that. All right, so now we're up a cool 120 or so in this account. Again, this looked weak to me. You know, again, a very weak sign is if something goes up really big and then down and then retraces the entire thing, right? So if something looks really strong and then it completely reverses it to the downside, I think the probability of it continuing to the downside is very high in those situations. This is something I talk about a lot. All right, so now we're starting to flush down. Yeah, I mean, and this is kind of what we thought we might get from this move afterwards. Once we retraced the whole thing just looked incredibly weak. All right, so now we broke it down a little bit too much, though. If we're going to short it again, we need a bounce or something like that. All right, so we're still going down. Again, my hands are kind of off right now. I see us break it down. I have to kind of wait here, though. I don't really feel like attacking anything super strong at this point. All right, so if we start to bounce again, maybe we'll attack it, but... We'll short this now. See if we get a flush back. We got a cushion on the day too, so we can play with it a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna take 2 contracts here. See if we get a quick flush down. There we go. Break it down. Took half off, protected the trade. Went and locked in, made another 115 or so on that. We're up about 2 on the day, 200 now. That's nice. Another one of my sponsors, guys, if you haven't checked it out, is a company called Chart Prime. They have their Cyber Monday sale going on right now. If you use the promo code, if you use the specific promo code BF30 on sign up, you can get the lifetime subscription for like $9.99 right now, which will give you all this stuff for, you never have to pay for it again. And so if you're thinking about becoming a long-term member, I think it makes sense. Like, there's a lot of ways I use this. One of the ways is finding multiple indicators that show up at once. Chart Prime is custom trading view indicators. So like, you can see this reversal and sell signal, beautifully called the breakdown. You can see the buy signal before that worked really well, called this run up. Again, there's just so much different stuff that they use. I use it on a different time frame as well. You can see this reversal signal worked. We got a nice little bounce. Strong signal worked here. Nice little breakdown. This reversal up signal worked. This strong one didn't work. This buy one didn't work. But I think when you keep looking back and when you test it yourself, like, again, like look at the actual calls here, when especially like the strong signal, buy signal worked, strong signal worked, that sell signal didn't work, that one worked, that one worked, that one worked, that one worked, this reversal up worked, this buy signal worked, that one didn't, this one did, that one did, these all did. And so I think there's some powerful stuff, but you got to back test it yourself. What you get for the lifetime subscription is the back tester, right? And the back tester, number one, using a 1 minute chart is usually going to get you worse patterns, right? It's going to be less reliable. If you put a 5 or a 15 minute up, my favorite one is actually a 5 minute. What you see is this recent chop. But look at the reversal signals. And then even more so than that, look at the strong signals here. Like, let me get the regular market oracle out the way so you can stop seeing the reversals. Like, look at how accurate this can be. So again, buy signal, strong buy signal, sell signal, buy signal, sell signal, strong buy signal, works. And again, the way the back tester works is right now, I don't know what it's set to, but like almost every one of these would have worked. I can mess with the back tester and say, I want it to test both strong and regular buy signals. And then I can use a dynamic exit, which usually gives you a little bit better results. But you can back test different system strategies. It'll show you what's working and what's not. I might have to reset it. Let me fix that here if it lets me. There it goes. All right, but again, I'm going to change this to where I want both buy and sell, and then a dynamic, and we'll let it load. But you can kind of see how you can backtest everything. Sell signal worked, buy signal works, and it'll tell you anything over 50% is pretty solid, right? Because again, it's using a dynamic sell. If you use it like me, where you just kind of scalp it very quickly, the accuracy rate is going to be much higher. But again, that's how you use the backtest. You can only get it for lifetime members right now, I think. And this is just a small piece. There's also like chart patterns. If I want to show chart patterns up on the chart, I can. And so this one's actually really good, where the strong, like it's 53% right now. So it shows you what the profit factor is and what the P&L is. So that's not bad. But this is how you can test what strategies are working. And again, this is a 15-minute chart if you want to see what's been working recently. Sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. So all of these have basically worked except for maybe this buy signal here. Over the last few days. Of course, they are a sponsor of mine. I can't guarantee you're going to make money. Nobody can. You can also see the flag pattern that it shows up if you want to attack that. Just really powerful indicators. They are a sponsor of mine, though. I am biased in their favor, of course. But again, use the promo code BF30 right now, and you'll get 40% off everything, and you can get the lifetime subscription thing as well. Check it out here if you want. All right, so we got a big rebound here. Again, very flat on the day. I'm pretty neutral here. We do have new home sales dropping in about 20 minutes that we'll cover. Where's Nvidia at right now? There's the Q. Again, Nvidia flying up right now at 480s. What am I down on today in equities? Funny, well. Yeah, if you want to see the promo code for Chart Prime, there's the link right there. You can see it. If you just want to click a link or use the promo code. Yeah, again, my hands are kind of off right now. I just don't see anything good. I'm watching Amazon because Nvidia and Amazon are moving a lot. The NASDAQ is right in the middle range, though, so I'm a little bit more sketched out by this. See if we start to rebound back up some. Tesla. Where's Tesla at right now? Tesla's down big. Not big. It's down. Dollar index has come back down, meaning the market might be pushing back up some. All right, we got a nice little cushion on the day, though. I just don't know what I want to do with this here. I don't trust it enough because, again, if Amazon continues to push up, I don't trust the like bear flag aspect of this either. All right, so we got a little dip on the NASDAQ now. Let's see what Amazon does at this top right here. We still got 15 minutes before new home sales come out, but we'll see what Amazon does on that top. All right, so again, we rejected at the top here. Again, we're middle range right now here for me, team. So like, I'm not really interested in taking a big position right now. I gotta wait and get some confirmation in tech, and get some confirmation in Nvidia before I want to buy the dip. Really, this looks like something I would short the pattern, the technical pattern, and there's a breakdown. So maybe I should just follow technicals right now. This looks like a pattern that I would normally short, and we started to get a flush like almost as soon as I said that, which is interesting. Yeah, there's the flush breakdown. Again, maybe I should have just gone with my technical pattern here, you know. And so Binance is going to delist a bunch of stuff. BTS, PERL, and a bunch of other ones. All right, we're pretty flat. Again, look at Amazon start to test those highs up there, though. Let's watch Amazon. Tesla a little weak today. Yeah, Tesla's down, but it's starting to bounce back. It's right around 234s. Again, the whole market's kind of sideways right now. Since the opening bell, Amazon is up, but the whole market's kind of flat right now. So I'm just not really attacking anything super heavy. All right, so Chat GPT. All right, so again, we did break down a little bit where I thought it was short. Tesla right at the VWAP here. Amazon right at that previous high of the day. It's already broke the highs 2 or 3 times today, and I don't know if it's going to continue breaking highs. I think a lot of the time people were just hyped up about stuff, but like, yeah. I think eventually we start to crack back down, which is, I guess, where my bias is right now. Tesla is creeping back up, though. And again, look at Amazon test that high up there. Receiving a retracement on NASDAQ if we close below the weekly level. Yeah, I'm trying to stick around so we can cover new home sales. We got 10 minutes. So I'm trying to stick around so we can cover new home sales. Again, it's a slow day. We don't have no economic data. The only thing we really got going on today and tomorrow is CB consumer confidence data. All right, so there we are, starting to break down again. E-mini very choppy, and it's not really waiting for new home sales either. It could be waiting for the bond auction, which is going to probably be less watched but have a greater influence on the stock market and markets in general. Skeptical about fading seasonals. Looks like we're receiving a retracement on the NASDAQ. Yeah. We got 9 minutes before new home sales. So the key one I'm watching really is Amazon. Bank of England selling some bonds. Yeah, so there's a rejection. And again, we use this thesis that we had on Amazon rejecting and not breaking highs against to take a short on the E-mini that we're currently in right now. I'm covering this, took half off there, took another half off, and we're out. We're up about 4 on the day on this account. Although we were down in a different one. But yeah, we're up about 4. Again, thesis rang true today with that specifically, where again, basically, if you didn't hear the thesis, it was that Amazon has already broken the yearly high a few different times today. So right with that, it's not super plausible that it's going to continue to break highs over and over again. And so now that we're close to the high and we've already broke it and we're looking sideways, I thought it would make sense to think that we might start breaking down some here. And that's actually what we got. Amazon flushed down, that dragged the E-mini down. One that is fighting its way back up. There's 2 of them. The dollar index is moving up, which generally means economic weakness. The other one, though, is Tesla. Tesla over VWAP, over 200 EMA. New home sales. Yeah, we're going to cover new home sales. This is the only reason I'm still streaming right now. Because, again, the economy data is pretty light. Like, we're going to cover new home sales. That drops in about 7 minutes. And so we're going to stick around for that. But Again, pretty slow. Again, if you haven't already, check out Top Step. Top Step funded program in futures. A great way to day trade. That's what I'm day trading on today, is a funded program in futures. What they do is they give you a demo and they test your skill. I'm day trading basically the Q. This is basically the Q. It's a different price. It's the actual NASDAQ. So I'm trading what the Q is based around, what the Q follows, which is called the NASDAQ, the E-mini NASDAQ in futures. I can day trade it, buy market, buy bid, sell the ask, just like stocks, but there's no PDT in futures. I can day trade short, no PDT restrictions. And again, the most legit futures funded program is Top Step. Top Step is a sponsor of mine, but they're the most legit. They've been around for over 10 years. They pay out millions in actual withdrawals and fund thousands of traders a year. It's a great way to learn day trading with less risk. If you lose, the base one's $50. You're out $50. You can reset it if you want. If you put the money up yourself and try day trading futures or day trading anything yourself, chances are you're going to lose much more than $50. Almost all new day traders lose money. And so in that regard, it's a perfect middle ground for traders where you're risking less. You still have pressure. It's not just a base demo account. You still have pressure to succeed. You're still going to have to learn how to trade under pressure. But if you fail, it's not the end of the world. If you're good enough to pass it, you get a 90% split anyway. So the reward is similar to putting the money up yourself. The risk is just way less, in my opinion, way less. Although they are a sponsor of mine. The patterns are very similar to blue chip patterns as well. So again, if you want to check it out, here's the link. Great way to help support the channel. You can check out the link there. I just bought property. Can't even find a general contractor. Yeah, the housing market's in shambles right now, to be honest. All right, so look at Amazon, man. Maybe I was wrong. Amazon just broke highs. Luckily, I wasn't in the trade. But Amazon just ripped up in my face and broke highs. Again, luckily I was out of it, though. Again, we're waiting. We got 5 minutes left until this report, and we're going to cover this report and ride on into the sunset, right on out of here. All right, so again, Amazon up. I think this is going to drag the rest of the markets up too. The problem is the Dixie is kind of moving with us right now. The dollar index is kind of moving with us. And again, we got less than 5 minutes at this point. All right, so again, very flat, honestly. I don't know what the market's waiting on. I think the market's just quiet. My guess is people are still asleep from all that turkey they've been eating. You know? All right, so sideways here, guys. We got 3 minutes. Again, I'm not really trading right now. I got into a couple trades. We got some green, but like the market's just kind of so sideways. It's boring at this point in time. Like, look at this is the price action that we've gotten today. So again, if you keep pushing today, it might not be the right move, I think. Like, look, this is the price action the NASDAQ has had over the last 30 minutes, basically. You know, the open was really nice where we had this big up move, big down move, big up move. But even this was flat. like even that was still pretty sideways. Like what we're getting right now is a breakdown of two different things. Like what we're getting right now is Nvidia is sideways. Tesla opened really weak and now is sideways. Apple right now is down. So Apple's dragging the market down and Amazon's dragging the market up. So like two really heavily weighted stocks pulling the market in two separate directions. And so that's why we get this choppiness, is because it's both Amazon pulling the market up and Apple pulling the market down. And I'll put them on top of each other. Nvidia is pretty flat too. But like here's Apple on the bottom, here's Amazon on the top. They basically could be reverse mirror images of each other right now. Again, down, but then since then we've been sideways. Apple down to 189s, Amazon up to 149s. So very flat right now, very choppy. Maybe new home sales in a minute and a half will help this, but the market's just really, really sideways, guys. And then we're probably just going to close this thing down for the day and come back tomorrow. Keep it short and sweet. All right, team. Again, new home sales data comes out in 40 minutes. 40 minutes. All right, so here's the data released right now. Let's see what it shows up as. I don't think it's really going to influence the market at all, right? But I mean, honestly, look at the NASDAQ pump. And so maybe it did. Today is the 27th, and new home sales data just showed up at 679,000. So lower than expected. This might mean, like, my only guess in correlation here, 679K is what new home sales showed up as. My only guess in correlation is that less home sales signifies potential price drops. Maybe, right? Potential price drops in houses, which is good for the real estate market. The real estate market prices are too high, so maybe less home sales is going to be seen as an optimistic thing. Yeah, 40 seconds is what I mean. But here's the link, guys. That's the data right there. New home sales data is out. Again, I'm going to go ahead and close it down, guys. I just don't see much else going on right now. Market's very flat. We're getting pulled up and down by Amazon and Apple. So I'm going to get out of here. Again, 679,000 came in versus 723,000 expected. Y'all be safe. I'll see you guys back bright and early. Later, team. I'll see you guys later.